As the search for this Jay Slater continues, folks, I've got to ask again. We did something the other day on this. What's the guy's name? I mean, he's a balloon if you ask me, but what's his proper name? Mark Williams Thomas. Yet more news has come out today. There's no news as such, really. I'll go through it with you in a minute for those that don't know. I don't want to get involved in the Jay Slater, the overall thing, because at the end of the day, as I've said already, I don't want views and looks or whatever based on somebody's misery. And at the moment, his mother and father and family in general must be really going through it. And I'm not going to speculate as to what may or may not have happened or how he may or may not be, because, you know, that's something I know nothing about. But this fool, this guy is the ex-policeman that said in the press area about 2 weeks ago now, or a while ago, if they want me over there, I can go over there, and I'll have this case cracked within about 3 days. Send me about 3 days and I'll get to the bottom of this. And I thought, why would you say something so stupid? I mean, how do you know you're going to do that? How do you know that you can do that? How do you know you've got the resources or that you're clever enough? And for all it isn't a monster island, there's a hell of a lot of areas that are virtually uninhabitable. You know, these mountains, these crevices, and we've seen it on the news since. It's an unforgiving land in parts, and I'm thinking, why would you say something like that? Anyway, he's gone over there, no doubt under the blaze of publicity. He's made it known that he's going to do this and he's going to do that. He said some things about 4 or 5 days ago that were drivel, and he's come up with more now. No, I'm not. I've got it here. It's not wrote down. I was going to read it. I'm not going to get close to the screen and frighten you all. But he said things like, "I've got more news." Yes, the fella that he was with. There was 2 fellas he was with. Well, I've actually spoke to one of them. I've spoke to one of them now, and I've got some more information. I've managed to get more information. It's unbelievable. This is the information he's got. He said, this guy, he said, well, Jay wanted to stay out later, wanted to party later. At the end of the party, he wanted to get his head down. And we said, well, if you want with the 2 of us, you can come with us. You can come with us. We've got a B&B, just a little outside, the Veronica Strip in the area. So he jumps in the car with us, and on the way back, we stop somewhere and we get a fizzy drink. Then we get back to our gaff, and what we do is, my mate that I'm with, who is refusing to name at this stage, went off to bed. I went into a room and I brought him a towel and another couple of bits and pieces. The towel was in case he wanted a shower. I think he said he brought him a pillow. He said, "You're on the couch there." Okay, then he said, "No problem." Anyway, he said, I get off to sleep. A while later, there's a buzz on the buzzer on the door. I goes to the door and it's a bloke and a woman there asking, can I move my car? My car's in the way. So I go out to move my car, and at this stage, I see Jay's gone outside and he's talking to a woman. Anyway, he comes back in. I said, "What have you been doing?" He said, "That woman says there's a bus going every 10 minutes to Los Cristianos and I'm starving, I want some scran. I'm going to go up to the main road and get the bus back." He said, I told him, "There's no buses now." She said, "There's one every 10 minutes. He said, "Well, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. I'm going back to bed. But if you want to stay here, I'll give you a lift back tomorrow. But it's up to yourself." He said, and that was the last we saw of him. And that's it. That's what this fella's got. What's he called again? Mark something or other? Mark Williams Thomas. He's the super sleuth, the absolute super sleuth. And that's the info he's gleaned. So he's really helped the case with that. Now, the bloke he interviewed, that's one of the 2 blokes that the police in Tenerife originally interviewed and said they've got no case to answer and let them go. Now, it does say the guy that is interviewed has got a past with drugs. I think he's done some time. He's a bit of an unsavoury character. And we are hearing stories that Jay the Youngling himself nicked a watch worth about 12 grand, a Rolex off somebody, but we don't know who off or if anything's happened, because that we don't know any of that yet. None of that's yet come to light. But this Mark, whatever his name might be, that's the info he's got. Fizzy drink, pillow, towel, buzzer on the door, bus back every 10 minutes. That's what he's got. So after saying he's going to crack the case within 3 days, he's been there about a week and a half now. That's as much as he's gleaned. He's spoken to somebody that the police say have got no questions to answer, and they probably have, by the way. Yeah, we probably have. But if old Mark had got some proper info out of him, I'll come back and said, I think they've done it. I think they've had him off. They've done this, they've done that, or anything like that. Then you'd take what he's saying as being something credible and moving the case forward. But if that's all he can tell us, that they've had a soft drink and that he's had a couch to sleep on, then he's wanted some scran, so he's wanted to go back on the bus. If that's all he's gleaned, what's he gone over there for? That's on the back. Is there a YouTuber age about 19? He's gone over there. He's gone over there, he's going to help things. Now, he's just a YouTuber, so I was going to help things I don't know. He started doing a bit of looking around like other people have done, but he was hoping that the family, out of the fund that they've got, the GoFundMe, was going to give him some money for his expenses and for this and for that. He's not got as much money as he wanted, because it turned out he said he's had nothing. Then it turns out they've helped with his accommodation. Why they would need to do that, I don't know. Is he not a YouTuber? Is he a TikToker or something? He's one of these things, anyway, with a big following. 19, he knows nothing about nothing. And he's gone over there. They've not given him as much money as he's wanted. So he's threw his doll out the pram and said, I'm not going to stay, I'm coming home. Anyway, he set off for home and he's saying people are threatening they're going to kill me now. Don't know why they're going to kill him. I don't know what he's done wrong. I don't get it at all. But it's all about selling his story and getting his name out there, like this copper's doing. Like this friend of the young lads is doing, this young girl. Everybody wants to put the two penneth in. They want to get noticed, they want to get column inches, but none of them's got anything to say. None of them at all. But this ex-copper, it just beggars belief. You know, no doubt he'll be selling these stories to the Mail and the Sun and anyone else that'll pay, but there's no story there. He's got no story to tell, yet he'll be on a payroll somewhere with people, and it's just a shame. On the back of this family's misery, he's give that to all the papers, said the extra info he's got, which absolutely is absolutely no info. None whatsoever. If he isn't a fraud, then I don't know what is. I really don't, honestly. Unbelievable, it really is. Why doesn't he just leave well alone and let the authorities try to get to the bottom of it?